Okay, so the first thing we got to do though is go through, warm up our fingers a little bit, hey? Because we're going to be doing a fair amount of work with this song today. And I want to make sure that you're comfortable with it. All right, so there we go. Sorry, just clicking on my stuff here. Okay, so let's do a little bit of full plant action. Okay. Just get that going. If you're not sure about how to hold, think about thumbs up. Drop your hand down like that. That'll give you a nice angle so that your thumb sits past your index finger. If you're like this to pick, that can be very, very hard, actually. Really, really counter to how your hand would naturally feel comfortable. Now, this is not the be all and end all. I always say, these are guidelines, not hard and fast rules, but thumb past the index finger will allow you to do that. I'm not tuned up. I ran to get my hat and forgot to finish tuning up. You guys work on your full plant warm up while I tune up. I put on new strings the other night and I really like them. They're almost done being ornery. Now what I want you to do, like right now we're doing strings 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to do 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So you're just going to go up and back down. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's just like that. Get the hand moving a little bit. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, a little bit of scale work here, okay? So that's going to be 4th string open and then 2nd fret and then 4th fret. So we're going to go O, 2, 4. We're doing a G major scale. 3rd string, O, 2, 3. Pardon me, O, 2. 2nd string, O, 2, 3. And because of where we're going to be going today, we're going to carry on O, 2, 3, 5 on the 1st string. Back down to 3, 2, O. 2nd string, 3, 2, O. 3rd string, 2, O. 4th string, 4, 2, O. I started off in this position with my middle finger there and then realized we can play this in 2nd position. And when I say position, it means that wherever the index finger is, right? So 2nd position, we can play it like that because we don't have any 1st fret notes to play here. So let's try it again. And I'll be more mindful of that. So I've got my index finger on my 2nd fret. More coffee needed. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. O, 2, 3. We're just going to pluck each one 4 times. 2, 4th fret. And this gives you a chance to practice different picking. 3rd string open. 2nd fret. 2nd string open. 2nd fret. 3rd. Let's go to the 1st string. 2nd fret. 3rd fret. Here comes your 5th. Back down to 3. To 2. To open. 2nd string, 3rd fret. 2nd fret. Open. 3rd string, fret 2. Open. 4th fret on that 4th string. 2nd fret. And open. I tried to demonstrate a whole bunch of different picking patterns, like just when I say picking patterns, just ways to pick those repeated notes on the scale. So I started off with my thumb, then I went back and forth between my thumb and my index finger. I was really walking, and then I did those, and then I used those three. Oh, there's my extra nail polish. Oh, so messy. Did those, and then I just went all crazy. But it gave me a chance to practice playing the scale and just get my fingers warmed up with different picking patterns. Now I did that so that if you watch the video again, you can watch my hands and see a bunch of different ways that I play that. You don't have to do it all like that. You can pick one, right, and just work it. But it's a good way to warm yourself up. All right, another sip of coffee, and then we're gonna take a look at the intro to Ripple. I've started to build in more little bits in there. Now I'm just keeping an eye on.
Tina, just while you're swallowing there.
Yeah.
No, I've been working on the fourth string thumb, third string thumb, index on the second string, and middle on the first. So I'm not doing a thumb, index, middle, ring. I'm just doing thumb, thumb, index, middle, which is now a habit. And is there a set way to do it, or do you just sometimes you're 4 fingers, sometimes or 3 fingers and a thumb, sometimes you're 2 fingers and a thumb?
Depends on the song I'm doing, Richard.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes I want to have the thumb sitting there so that I've got a bit more freedom to get some different sounds here, because the sound of the thumb plucking a string can be different than the fingers because of the strength that you have in your thumb. So if I want to emphasize and bring out a heavy bass note on like beats,
okay, so that's thumb.
Then I would do thumb. If I'm doing like so there's like in 6/8 or 3/4, and I just want to have the first note ringing out loud, then that's where I'll hit with my thumb. I'm thinking now about 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if I want to again, so that one could be in 4/4 time. 1 and I do that again so that I'm choosing which notes I want to emphasize. So I keep the thumb. Sometimes I keep it parked on the 4th string because of that wanting to emphasize, and sometimes I moved around. So hard and fast rules? Yeah, not really. Depends on the musical tone you want to have. That's all.
I should have known that with you. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
My non-answer.
Go with the song. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, yeah, it depends on the song you're working on. But what you should do, though, is make sure that you're still comfortable using your fingers like this. Because if you've lost the, if you feel like you got to do this, then you're not engaging this finger. And it would be good to bring that one back in. And make sure you're comfortable with both ways so that you can choose. You don't want to limit your options when you're playing these songs. So, yeah, I bring that. You can always just do that a few times. Like, really, you guys, all this stuff, just do it a little bit every day. Like we talked before about that, the 5-minute practice versus like a 15-minute practice. So for Richard, a good thing to do would be something like this, where you're just sitting there, keeping your thumb parked on that 4th string. And then, so you can feel the difference and go back and forth and make sure that you're comfortable with both so that you can choose what you need to do. Oh, you got extra homework now. You poor guy. No. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play just the intro that I've written out for Ripple. So this is just right out of level 2, and I've added in lyrics and all that. I was typing away. If there are typos or things are kind of squished up, it's because I ran out of time, but I'll be okay. All right, so this is what I've got right now. 3, 4, and these are our bars of G. Oh, sorry, you know what? I'm going to start it again, and I'm just going to hit those G chords because that's really what we're going for today. So again, the intro, I've got, there's a rest, boom, 4, 0, 4, 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again in your G. And I'm just strumming it right now, nothing fancy. C, and again with C. 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, C. 3, 4, 1, 2, 0, 3, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be fun to start working in these riffs around the strumming. Oh, I lost count. 4, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then the words start. Ultimately, what we're going to do with those bars, again, I think I mentioned it last week, where just as a chord, we're probably just going to do like a down, down, up, or down, down, up, down, up, down, up, depending on where we are in the song with the feel. So I'm going to share the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. And we'll just start picking through things. Picking through things. No pun intended. Oh, you guys, I'm full of beans today. Oh, da, da, da. Open up my screen a little bit more here. All right, so I'll go through, I'll play that melody again. So we've got our rest there. And the little bit here out of bar 8 there, under the C chord, is just fiddling around with that G major scale. Okay, so when I start it, I might use my ring finger there. I might use my middle finger. You guys will feel what's comfortable for you. Okay. All right, here. It's hard to look serious when you're green. Here we go. Right at the beginning, nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, 1. 4, 0, 4, 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another bar of C. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 more beats. 1, 2, 3. A little bass work. 0, 2, 0. Back to C. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play that line again. Okay, because what I want to do is make sure that you guys know the fingering I do. Right there with that 2nd fret note on that first bar, I use my index finger so that I can pivot from that to my G chord. Okay. At the end of the line, where it says C chord here, that open, that's part of your C chord. So as I hit that note, I just get my finger ready to make my C chord, or I may have left it down the whole time along here. And I just use my index finger to play that 2nd fret note. I pivot my hand position a little bit. Okay, so let's just do that again. And if you want to do down, down, up in there, by all means, I'm just going to keep it simple. Okay? Here we go. Now the only thing though is I know, like if you have a high 4 tuned ukulele, a high G string, unfortunately these 4th fret notes are going to sound a little bit weird because they're higher, but just go with it, hey? Just have fun with it. Okay, here we go. 3, 4, 1. 4, 0, 4, 0, 2. Pivot and strum. 3. Right on, Barb. I saw your hand go. It's good. 2, 3, 4 to your C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more bar of C. Okay, 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. 0, 2, 0. Strum, strum. So I'm going to stop and check in. Was anyone able to keep their C chord down while they did the O2O? Yeah, okay. That's what I do. You don't have to, But if you keep your ring finger on your C chord, and then you just pivot your hand and use like your pointer finger to hit that second fret, that would be a way for you to be just really, really efficient with your fingering, if you can. Okay, now let's go to the next line. We've got this fancy little run here on that 8th fret. I'll play it a few times. I'll just do bar 8 a few times, and then I'll do bar 9. Okay, here we go. 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 oh 3 3 oh 2 oh, and it's pushing to the 2 on the next bar. Okay, let's do it again. You can hear him swinging it, hey? And with that one right now, I'm using my ring finger. But find a fingering that feels right for you, okay? Because you're not strumming in there. Here we go again on that bar. 3 and 4 and 3 oh 3 3 oh 2 oh. Yeah, good. Okay, now I'm gonna put the 2 bars together. Okay, here we go. 3 4 3 oh 3 3 oh 2 oh 2 4 4 oh 2. Okay, let's do that a couple times. When I get down to here, that 4th fret, I'm using my ring finger there. I think I probably, I bet you, if I was playing this song and just trucking along with it, I'd use my middle finger at the beginning of bar 8 so that I'm in position. Or I might switch to that as I go. Okay. All right, here we go again. Bar 8, and then I'm just going to keep going all along through that line. 3 and 4 3 oh 3 3 oh 2 oh 2 4 4 oh 2, G chord. 1 2 3. The crows are going crazy up my yard. 2 3. I think they're bullying my cat Nico. I'll be right back. I'm just going to make sure he's inside because they do this to him, poor little cat. Okay, you guys work on those 2 lines. I'll be right back. What's going on out here?
She's keeping us in suspense.
Hi guys, I sent a really good YouTube of this song to Tina, and I'll see if she can share it with you guys. But it's sung with different people all around the world, and it's really, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a really lovely rendition of this song.
Can you put the link in the chat?
I don't know. I'm not very good at that. I'll get Tina. I don't have kids. I'm not high tech. But it's really lovely. I'll ask her when she comes back because she liked it too.
Oh my gosh, what a hullabaloo! He was hiding in the neighbor's yard. The crows were going crazy. Everyone's safe now. Everyone's safe. All right. While I was gone, I hope you guys were like working on the homework of that intro and got it going. Yeah, kind of see some smiles, maybe some laughing at me.
Tina, I was telling them, am I still on? Tina,
Yeah.
I was telling them about the link that I sent you about the video, the song. Do you remember about people all around the world?
Yes, that's Playing for Change, right?
Could you put that on the chat? Or Robin asked me to do that, and I told her I wasn't very good at that.
I will absolutely do that.
Thanks.
Let me just run through this intro again. Playing for Change.
Yeah.
Has anyone else heard of Playing for Change? No, you guys should look it up if you haven't heard of it. It's incredible inspirational music. It's spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Okay, so Sharon, once I get through the intro,
Thank you.
we'll
Thank you.
reconnect into it. Yeah, oh, you're welcome. All right, here we go in the intro. And big thing there is every time you hit the G chord, that second fret there at the end of a riff, try to use your index finger there so you can pivot to your G. Okay? Or drop down into a bar chord depending on what you're doing there. Here we go in the intro. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4 to C. Again, 1, 2. Then the 3 beats. 2, 3, O, 2, O. 3, O, 3, 3, O, 2, O, 2, 4, 4, O, 2. How many people were caught by surprise by that riff? I was. 4, O, 1, 2, O, 3, O, 2. On your D. C, G, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, let's stop and just kind of reconnect there. The hitting that riff on bar 8, you'll get more comfortable with it as you go, right? Like as you get into feeling it. I know what I did this time because I just hopped. I hopped my ring finger from my C chord and I just hopped along. And when I hit my index finger here on that second fret, that's when I made my change. I used my pointer finger there so that I would be ready to reach out to the 4th fret and get ready for my G chord. That's just the fingering that I'm using. Doesn't mean you have to. It's just so you guys know what's cooking there for my hands.
Tina,
right.
sorry to be a pain.
You're not a pain.
Oh, the music disappeared. From the first bar to the second bar, do you have your index finger on the 2 and then transition to the G?
Right. Oh, the first part of the this part
Yeah.
here. Yep, I use my index finger there so that I can pivot.
So 4, 4, 4. Okay, yeah.
That's where we're playing mostly in second position for this. Makes it easier. It's just hop into this riff here. This one here on that bar 8, you're probably going to have to isolate it a little bit, like for everyone to get comfortable with it, and then combine it with that next part there. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing again. I'm going to put that link in the chat because I feel like if I do too much at once, I'm going to be all discombobbled today.
Tina, can you get those links later? Because I don't know how to do it and not get lost right now.
Oh, it's just in the chat. I
Yeah.
can put it up on my website too. Your email, Sharon, is the Shaw one, right? Oh, I know where it was.
I sent it to you in Messenger.
I just found it. Yeah. All right.
If they want, they can just put playing for change riff hole in YouTube and they'll have it.
Absolutely. I just plopped it in the chat for everyone, so you can find it there. And yeah, I would look up all the playing for change stuff. It's really just magical. All right, so I'm going to go through, we're going to start digging into this song. And I will try to use the chords that I do as a kind of a placeholder to keep our rhythm going. And we'll see how it goes. I've got the whole shebang, all the la-la-las at the end of the song. I don't have all the harmony built into that though. I've just got the main melody. We'll just go for it. So if you think you might be unmuted, make sure you're muted. I think everyone's good now. Okay, we'll get all serious here, hey? Look at us go. All right, so I'm gonna start here with the word If My Words Did Glow. And I'm just going to keep pivoting to that G chord when there's a rest, and I'm going to try to strum it. I'm not going to get super fancy about it. You know, it's just to help out, right? Here we go. So I'm going to count to 4 and then 1, and then we'll start with If My Words Did Glow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 4, 4, 4, oh, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, 3, 2, oh, 2, 3, oh, strum, strum, 2, oh, 3, oh, 3, bar 24 now, 2, oh, oh, 3, oh, G chord, or sorry, there is our G chord. Now, what I do here, if I'm strumming and singing it, I don't play my G chord there. I let that note there, unstrung, but you hear my voice, I let that ring out there, okay? Because that's actually the way it's written in the music. I just didn't notate it in here because I know sometimes it's hard to look at all the ties. So I'm going to start back at bar 24. Okay, that's where I'm going to get going again. We'll scroll up a little bit. Bar 24. 3, 4, beat, 2, oh, oh, 3, strum, strum, oh, 2, 4, 4, oh, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to just make a note of something. Bar 28. Make your G chord. Just everyone make your G chord. And take a look that you can find the note that goes along with the word come. It's right there. You don't have to lift your fingers if you don't need to. Okay. And then 2 is sitting right there too. Right there probably under your middle finger there. You don't have to lift up your fingers to play those melody notes until you're ready. So listen to how I play it. You'll hear, even though I'm not strumming, the harmony rings out. So I strummed it from, I'll start on bar 29, so the line before. Here goes bar 28. That's when I release my fingers, right there, when I go to under the C chord. Okay. So what happens is I just leave my G chord down. I do 202, and I just lift up my middle finger there and put my middle finger back down. Keeps my hand in the position it can stay in, you know, and it depends on how your hands are. I mean, there's days when I can't do that, and then I would play a single note melody. That's okay. But there's going to be places through here where you can just leave your fingers down a lot more than you realize. Now, I'm going to go down to, actually, you know what? Let's do it again from bar 27. So on the rests there, and we'll try to build that in, okay? Here we go. 3, 4, 1 on your G chord. 2, 3, 4, bar 28. So strum, now pick. 3, 2, lift, 2, 3, oh. Were you guys able to do that? Yeah, we're all looking deadly serious, but we're getting it. Yeah, right on. It's hard to be deadly serious when you're wearing a green sparkly fedora, but I'm working that serious look. Okay, let's do bar 30. Okay, we'll have a couple rests there. We can strum our C chord. C, C, rest. 3, oh, oh. I just wanted to point out that 8th note rest there, right? That's where you can take a breath. So 3, 4, strum, strum. 3, oh, oh, 2, 2, 3, oh, because this 3 here, did you hear how I snapped my fingers there? It's because there's an extra beat right there. It's your 4th beat. So eventually you might do a strum there. You might go like this. 1, strum, 2, 3, strum, O on the next line. We're not going to worry about all that right now so much as just make sure that at the end of bar 31 here, this G, at the end of bar 31, make sure you tap your foot, blink your eyes, snap your finger, something to make sure that you got that fourth beat coming in after you play the notes 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to start that bar again, and then we'll carry on. Here we go. Bar. Actually, you know what? Let's take it from bar 30. Okay, where it says, would you hold? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3, O, O, 2, 2, 3. Next line, O, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 3. This is the same thing here, 3, 3, 3. I'm trying to make sure that we get any timing questions answered. This is a dotted quarter note, just like we had at the end of the line above. So you're going to want to do the same thing here. You want to keep that, make sure that you've got a beat 4 in your mind there. So strum the chord, tap your foot, blink your eyes, something there, right? All right, now I'm going to go on. Okay, so let's take it from bar 33 under the, right here with the C. So the top of the line, second bar in, top of the line. And then we're going to just carry on. Here we go. Bar 33 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3, 2, and 3, and 4. 3, 3, 3, 3. Oh, 2. Strum your G chord. 2, 3, 4. Bar 36. 1, 5, 5, 5. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. It's like they take a breath right there. The thoughts are broken. Okay. Bar 36. One more time. Make sure we got it. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Next bar. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 4. The 3 and the O in brackets is just like the draft that I gave you guys last week. That's notes that you use on the second line of lyrics, which I haven't written in because the sheets would get like super long if I did that. So let's take bar 40 again. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 2, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4. I see a boo-boo. Anybody see a boo-boo there? Right here. The word I is supposed to be along with the note 2. Okay. So if you're like, well, trying to follow the words along in the song, and you're like, what is going on? Because look, the word don't doesn't actually have a note specifically associated to it. There was bound to be something, you guys. There's bound to be something. Okay, put a period right there. That's a problem. Okay, so 2, 3 are the words I don't. And then the word no is correct. So that's all. All right, let's carry on there. We'll do I don't know again, okay? 1, 2, here we go. 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 3, 3. Strumming your C chord. 5, 5, 7, 5, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 2, 2. Strum. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to show you guys the chord shape that I would do later on with the G at the end of the bar at the top line there. There's different ways I fill those in, different fingerings, different voicings. But let's carry on. See what else we got going on. How are you guys doing with strumming chords in between the melody notes? Is it kind of coming together? Kind of, sort of? Yeah. Kind of, sort of is good enough. right? Absolutely good enough. The rhythm gets a little bit weird in here. Okay, so let's try this out a little slower, maybe. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3. Under the D7. 2, 0, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 0, 2, 3. Under the G. 0, 3, 2, 0. It's bar 57 now under the C. Under the word wind with A7. First ending with the D. 4, 0, 1, 2. This is where we go back to the verse, but I want to do the chorus again. Just remember, anytime you see, like here's another dotted quarter at the beginning of that chorus. So again, you're going to want to give yourself a foot tap, something in there to make sure that you've got beat 4 coming in at the end of that bar. A strum. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to say the counting for this, just in case there's any question. Under the A minor, the first note goes for 2 beats. 1, 2. That eighth note rest right there is beat 3. The dotted quarter becomes and 4. And that's why there's a gap there. Got to make sure that you got that 4th beat there. Under the word in, 03 is 1 and 2, 3. It's tied to a half note there. So you've got 2 extra strums or 2 beats right here where my little mouse arrow is. The word still is beat 4. Water, 1 for the 2 is beat 1, and the open is and 2. 1 and 2 and for the ter part of water, it's tied to a half note, so 3, 4. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay. Next line, 1, or not next line, next bar, 1, 2, and where it says where there, that's 3 and then you got 8th note rest there, that's 4, and then the last note there is and that is the weirdest bar so far, right, in terms of rhythm. Yeah, anyone have, yeah, Wendy?
Tina, if you're strumming the D7,
Sorry,
Tina,
mhm.
if you're strumming the D7, do you use a Hawaiian D7 or?
Yes. And then I changed the voicings as I
Okay.
go, true confession, but yeah, Hawaiian D7 would work, or just a straight D7 too. Do a Hawaiian, it'd be totally groovy. Yeah. 1, 2. So when you get here to this 2, you may wind up laying yourself down into a bar chord there to get that Hawaiian D7. Oh, Hawaiian D7, is that 2020? Okay, no, I'm thinking the other one, the bar chord.
Yes, 2020.
Yeah, do a 2, 2, 2, 3, or just do a straight D chord. This would be a good opportunity to play around with the D7 bar chord right here. Or bail on it and just do a D. Yeah, bar.
Can you go over the timing for that 7 there, 52, 54, bar 54? You said was 1, and then
Sorry, which?
54, where the D7 is.
Okay.
That one, yeah, that one there. You
Right
said
here.
the 1 was count 1.
Yeah.
0 was and.
And the 0 is and 2.
0 is and 2.
And then the under the last part of water, ter, where it's got that 2nd fret note, that is and of beat 2. And then the part that's tied is right over here where my mouse is circling around there. That's beats 3 and 4 and.
Okay, thank you.
Tina, could you go over 52, the counting there? I think I messed up there. I
Yeah.
don't understand it, I guess.
And 53, please.
And 53. Okay, I'm going to do it again. And this
Thank
is going
you.
to be perfect. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so we're starting right here at bar 52. That open, there is 1 and 2 and, if you want to write down all your eighth notes. And then right here, 3. And then under the word pull for ripple, and 4 and. Okay. So rip, 1 and 2 and, that little eighth note rest, 3 and under pull, and 4 and. Bar 53 for the word in with the dash next to it, 1 and. Then it's tied, and right here where my mouse is circling there, little mouse arrow, that is 2 and 3 and. Under the word still, 4 and. Got it? Okay. And does anyone have any question about bar 54? Leanne, you've unmuted yourself. Do you have a question?
No, I'll read it again when.
Okay. All right. Now bar 53. I should have written in bar numbers on all of them because listen to me count, right? 53, 54, 55. I'm always counting. The first rest is beat 1 and. Next one is 2 and. Where the words are squished together, where it's supposed to say where there, is 3 and. Then you've got that eighth note rest, that's 4. And under the word is and. Music theory. Look at us go, right? Getting our rhythm. You're right on. Oops. Should we play it again?
Tina?
Yep.
I didn't get what you meant with the 3 and the 0 in brackets up on 40.
Those are, I put them in brackets because they're for the second verse that comes around, but I don't have those words written. So when you're playing
Oh,
that's all that is.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm going to play the chorus. Now is everyone's muted? Right on. Okay, let's do this. The chorus, I'm just going to play the melody. I won't tuck in any chords right now. I'll play the melody and do the counting. 1 and 2 and ready, go, and 2, 3. Sorry, you know what? I'm going to do it again and try to just tap for my counting. Here we go. 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3, 2 and 3 and 4 and under the D7, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 2 and next line 1 and 2 and okay. How does that feel? Like what? That's pretty slow. I just wanted to make sure everyone had their tapping worked out. I know, right? I see you, Nancy. You're like sick of this counting, right? Let's just play it now. Okay. Here we go. 3 and at the beginning of the chorus. 3 and 4 and 3, 1 and 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 2, 3, 4. Wind to blow, reach out your hand. Say, if you sing the words or say the words, it's going to help you guys with getting that rhythm, okay? One more time, but I'm going to take the second ending because we got to get into the new stuff. Here we go. Chorus again. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Now under the C, A7, 2, second ending, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we've got that dotted quarter coming back again, right? Over and over and over again, this song. So up here to lead, anytime you see that tie, you know you're going to hold it for 1 or 2 beats, right? Something going on there. It's holding it for 1 beat. To lead, must, think about taking a breath, fall, low. I'm going to keep going along just so you can just listen and hang out with it too. Start at the beginning of the second ending, and I'm just going to keep cruising along. Here we go, second ending. 1, 2, 2, oh, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 5, 2, and 3. 4, 4, 64. 3, 5, 3. Bar 68, you really got to hop around with that melody, hey? I feel like that might be a typo though. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at the music. I feel like maybe that was supposed to be on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Not totally sure. Okay, so bar 68 might have a correction on it. So just be ready for that. All right, we're gonna carry on now. We're kind of getting to know the next part is what's going on, right? Let's take it from bar 68 and we'll play the 2 as written and say to ourselves, And there's a lot of fancy rhythm coming up, but it looks harder than it is. We just swing it and breathe and enjoy it, right? Here we go, bar 68. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Under the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I only put in those rests really so it'd be easier to count. You wouldn't have to look at a ton of ties. That's why it's in there. So you can go through and you can tick off everything in this bar. I would is 1 and. The rest, 2. Under the word take, and. The next rest, 3. Under the word you, and. The next rest, 4. Under the word home, and. You don't have to rest. It's just to help you count it out. Okay. So I'm going to play under this, the C at the end of the line at the top of the page. Okay. I'm going to play that bar again. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. Now we're on the la-di-das. La, da, 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 da. Bar 80. 1, 2, 3. How many people have played a triplet before in their lives? Yep. Right? I know. 3. Anybody had triplets? Anybody have like triplet babies that are grown up? No? Can't imagine how busy you'd be with triplet babies. But 3 notes on 1 beat. Did you hear how I did it as a hammer on? Let's slow it down. And I'm going to count like this, just bar 80. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4 triplet. Okay, let's try that again. 1, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4 triplet. 1, 2, 3. Da, da, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and bar 84. Oh, 4, 3, 3, oh, da. They really get moving around here, hey? I just wanted to stop and kind of reconnect with this. 4, 3, 3, oh. Okay. You're going to be moving around a lot. Take these chunks a little bit at a time. I mean, this is the ending where they're just la-di-daing all over the place, right? Okay, let's hit that bar 84 again, and I'll count it, but just remember the rests are there to help you guys out, right? To help you counting. Bar 84, here we go. 1, 4, 3. I played it wrong. 1, 4, 3, 3, oh. 2, 3, 4, 1. Under the C. Oh, bar 88. Oh, that's a breeze. 2, 3, 4. Under the G. Well, 1, 2. Oh. Under the G, that first note's got to be 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and. What I've done in this one, like there's a lot of syncopation in there, and I've tried to break it down with rests so that you can count it easier. That's what's going on with this. But you start feeling it, right? I'm gonna play, whoops, 84, 85, bar 86, just before the end of line 2, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I did was I just chucked a bunch of chords in there, but you can start to hear this back and forth. We'll toss in bass notes and we'll get it going on. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing because this was heavy duty, you guys. Big thing, get the verse and the chorus done, right? The ending's really fun and fancy, but that'll come. Intro, I like throwing in a little bit of that G scale, right? That little bit that they got going on there. I'm just going to sit and play it a bit now, okay? Because I know we're just after 10. You guys are probably feeling it at this point, but I'm just going to sit and play, okay? Question though, before I do that, did you want to see the music while I'm playing, or did you want to watch my hands? What did you guys want to do? Hands? I want to watch my hands. Okay, hands up, baby, hands up. Okay. All right, here we go. I'll scroll along as I go, but I'll try to. There we go. You might have heard some pull-offs there. missing a couple things here. So I'm left unsung on bar 43. My strumming's getting a little sketchy here. I'm going to start at the beginning of bar 40. 2, 3. Oh, sorry. I was working out a different 1, 2. I think when we're doing the song, when we get to bar 48, I want us to do a D bar chord, which we'd done in, I feel like it might have been Somewhere Over the Rainbow that we did that one, and the stretched out D, G. What I did was I went from a D bar chord, down to a C, is how I worked myself down. But there's different options. I'll work out different ideas for us there. All right, now the chorus. And then off we go. Pedal toss, no wind to, and I know we're missing the other words, right? But I'm going to flip us into the, I feel like we should stop there. You guys feel like that's enough? Get the melody down, right? I'm going to stop there. Get the melody down, and then add the chords just as placeholders for the rhythm. Nothing fancy, only where you can fit it. If you can't fit it in, just do a little tap, right? So, spots where it's hard to fit the rhythm in, like with an A7 chord, because I do different fingerings, right? Just do regular notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and bum, bum. And maybe you just cycle around the verse and the chorus for a while, and you don't worry about hitting that outro yet, because we got time. It's not like we're going to power through this like there's no tomorrow.
Tina, it's really good to play the chords while you're playing it because it sure makes the timing fit in. Seems like it makes the timing fit in.
Yeah. Until I was trying to hit chords, and then I know I clipped a couple beats in there, and you guys probably noticed. You're like, wait a minute, she missed a couple things. That's okay. Yeah, it's a song where, I mean, you could totally just sit and play the melody and have someone else strum behind you, and it's just perfect that way, right? It's such a nifty tune. And if the person behind you is just doing a down, down, up, down, down, up, then you're kind of, you're laughing, right? Because it's, you know, you can line up those eighth note rests, right? Because they're not really a rest in all those places. It's just so you don't have to look at really sketchy looking timing. That's all that is. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the live